Welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Going to spend some time talking to Charles Wilson, and he's with a firm called Cozen O'Connor, and it's a law firm. Looks like you work heavily, Charles, in the area of labor law and office law, that type of thing.
That's correct.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and your practice.
Sure. My name is Charles Wilson. I've been an attorney for 18 years, and I represent employers in labor and employment matters.
Okay. And is that what your firm does as well, the Cozen firm?
Yeah, the firm is a general practice firm, and we have a labor and employment department that's a nationwide practice, and one of its offices is here in Houston.
Very good, very good. So we got you on because it is that time of the year. It probably started around Thanksgiving and probably will continue for the next several days of, really the next couple of weeks as people just get ready for a new year. A lot of office parties. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. As you said, during this time of year, there are going to be a lot of holiday parties. Some of those holiday parties are going to take place during, normal business hours, and some holiday parties are going to take place after business hours.
Okay, and what's the significance of that?
So with the office party that takes place, during business hours, a number of legal issues are in play. First and foremost, for those non-exempt workers, if this holiday party is taking place during normal business hours, you're likely going to have to pay those non-exempt employees for the time they work, especially if you make the party mandatory.
Yeah, so be careful not to make it mandatory. Just make it really clear that they're not going to get any promotions unless they go.
Well,
sorry. Yeah, that's the same thing. I know. You don't do that kind of humor with attorneys. So you got to be very careful how you do this. You could find yourself, something with the best of intentions, getting you in all kinds of trouble.
That's correct. And with the after-hours holiday party, which, by the way, I think the holiday party is a great tool to bring together your team and your employees after a year of hard work. But you have to be careful because, at the holiday party, you're going to have spirits and that holiday spirit, and that can lead to, certain types of conduct that you normally wouldn't tolerate in the workplace or in the office.
Right.
And just because the holiday party takes place, let's say, after business hours and away from the office, doesn't mean that the employer's policies do not apply. So you've got to make that clear that if this is a true corporate-sponsored holiday party, that your sexual harassment and your anti-discrimination policies still apply. And then for the supervisors and managers, you've got to make sure that they understand that this is a holiday party. It's, not a Christmas party. It's not a particular type of party. It's just a holiday party because you don't want to make it offensive to any particular employee that may or may not believe in Christmas or practice it and so forth.
Got to be very, very careful. A lot of minefields, and I'm guessing, what do you do in terms of that person who forget about the fact that he sexually harassed someone or potentially sexually harassed someone, but drank too much at your holiday party and got in an accident on the way home?
Yeah, that's correct. That's the other thing too. You certainly have to be careful about the sexual harassment issues that are bound to, rear their head during these parties, but you also got to make sure that you control the amount and type of alcohol you serve at the holiday party. You don't want to necessarily go dry because that probably would be a downer, but you definitely want to have some type of controls in place. Instead of serving hard liquor, for example, just serve maybe beer and wine and limit the intake of that to maybe, 2 drinks a person.
I think probably what people should do is what Clark Griswold's boss originally wanted to do and give him a jam membership because it sounds like it's pretty dangerous to actually have a party. I guess your point is that you can do it, and you might want to do it from a camaraderie point of view, but you really do need to put some thought into this. By the way, do you mainly work representing the businesses? I assume you work with the businesses.
Oh, that's correct. 100% of my practice deals with defending businesses and employment litigation.
Very good. Charles Wilson, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
When we come back, by the way, I do want to mention that the website for Cozen O'Connor is COZEN.com, COZEN.com. Make sure you check him out. And again, look specifically for Charles Wilson, which I gather is no relationship to the late Congressman Charlie Wilson. All right, when we come back, much more for you right here on The Price of Business.